You know what I always say, that too much practice will spoil things. So I know these songs, so I just picked them out. Um, been getting good requests, so this is my request. I had plans to go see a friend of mine, but I'm a day late and a dollar short. He's um he's a fancy electrician. He's not like an electrician that comes and puts electricity in your house. You know, he puts electricity in like uh, businesses, like not businesses really. I'm trying to say factories. You know, I think he's working at Dow Chemical right now in Midland, and that's what he does. He makes a small fortune. He's a member of the union. He drives a Harley Davidson Electric Glide Ultra Classic, and he is my brother from military school. He was one of my closest brothers. We were in a ping pong tournament once. We were both, I think, probably 14 years old, and he took first place and I took second place. And we had no prior agreement whatsoever. I had no idea what he was going to do, but the winner was taken to Chi-Chi's with the house mom. The house mom took the winner to Chi-Chi's, and the winner could pick one person because it's no fun going with the house mom, right? It's kind of weird. So the winner would got to pick somebody, and my brother, I'll just say his first name, Troy, he picked me. And I thought that was so cool. Funny thing is, he doesn't know it. I think he knew it because I told him, but he could only take it on faith. But I was going to pick him because, man, we battled it out too. It was best of 5 games, and it went all 5. Anyway, and it was great. We went to a place one time where they served ice cream, and it's pretty famous. A lot of people serve the kitchen sink, so they bring out a small kitchen sink. It's usually like 28 to 30 some scoops. This one was 30 scoops of ice cream, and Troy ate it all. He ate it all. He ordered it. Everybody could order what they want, but it was like frowned on if you didn't eat it all. And he ate it all. Hey, how you doing, Digital Drive? Good one, man. Good to see you. So instead of this being for me, this first was for you, and I'll start out. This is so good for me having a song service because it gets my creative juices flowing. I actually got so carried away on the first stream I did today, I bit my tongue on the side. It hurts a little bit, but it's all good. I mean, the only person that hurt himself more on stage than I did is Iggy Pop. But I didn't do it intentionally. I get crazy and, pull my nuts, pull a rupture, whatever. Fucking fly on my head. I gotta clean the bird cage. Daggone. That chicken poops so much. It's a fly magnet, it really is. And there's nothing she can do about it. She doesn't like flies any more than me. Poor blind little bastard. But I've been so busy, it's been difficult to keep up with all of her needs. So I don't know. Let me have a little sip here. How you doing? Who else is out there? We got Digital Drive. It's so good to see you, brother. I haven't been working much on that Jesse song, but we really should finish that. And the reason why, I know between the two of us, we could do something more than good. We could do something spectacular. If we had your keys, your piano on it, damn, man. And I'm pretty sure you can harmonize. If I'm not mistaken, you probably have a better voice than mine. So I would be the one harmonizing. You could sing whatever. But I think we should do that for Jesse because, like I said, he's the quality. I mean, his bumper. I know I can find a way. I know we can find a way. Stand up. It's like, wow. And right here, at first I thought it was a joke. It's like, no, so it's okay. I understand. It's like his opener from a long time ago. And that's cool. DD, you can harmonize. It doesn't matter. I know one thing. I'll never forget when we were here on a random stream like today, and that chick showed up, and between us, we threw her like $150, and you were a big part of that. And I told her she's never come back again and done that. I don't feel scammed at all because I told her on air, and I even told her in a message and the thing. I was like, "No, don't come back to us. We've helped you. We're Americans. We love you, and we've helped you." But we can't, we're not rich people. We can't do that. Like, we can't just on a whim send a bunch of money to people. We got bills and stuff. We got families. We got children that need to eat. And she totally understood it. And there was no scam there. She said a rough time. I think everything she said was true. And I'm not going to mention her name. Everyone here probably knows who I'm talking about. But I feel like at this point, if I mention her name, it'd almost be disrespectful. Because it really, a gift. I don't know. I believe in this kind of thing. So doing it, I'm not like Bernie Sanders where I say I believe in something, and we'll get to that. Let me do this real quick before I lose my nerve. How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like a fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be so beautiful. Our sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Like the fella once said, ain't love a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and I'm grinning. If this is just the beginning, I know my life will be so beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Yeah, man, it didn't get no better than James. I'll tell you, I almost said James Dean Martin. And you know, the whole thing, a lot of people know now, but they didn't know then. The whole whiskey, that was iced tea, man. Dean Martin rarely drank. Now, there were some in the Rat Pack that did, but Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra drank constantly. But Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr., they rarely drank. You know, even in the casinos when they'd go, they would have iced tea or something on the rocks in a rocks glass to make it appear. And they would even have people pouring their iced tea out of whiskey bottles that were for them because it was iced tea to appear that they were drinking and, you know, to sell that image. But let's face it, you could not drink as much whiskey as Dean Martin apparently drank, like pretended to drink, and still perform at that level. It would be absolutely impossible. Good to see you, Tim Tarbox. It's a pleasure to be here. But I'll tell you what, folks, talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. It's going to take me a second. I'm going to go grab a couple cold beers because I didn't take enough time before. I'm going to speak to you a little bit today because I was sucked in myself by Tulsi Gabbard. But the worm has turned, the realization has dawned, and reason has spread across my frontal lobes. And man, look, there's not a good candidate among them. There really isn't. That's not it's not subjective. That's objective fact. I mean, you can go through history and you can study history and you can see that what these people are saying. I mean, we can have it if we want to be Sparta, if we want to live a Spartan existence. You know what? How do we usually use that term, a Spartan existence? Does that mean good, lavish life? You know, fine. No, we all know what that means, right? Spartan existence is regimented. It's very little. It's a thin mat to sleep on with a thin blanket to cover yourself. No pillow. Use your arm. It's for the state, by the state. You are the state, only the state. We don't buy into that here. It seems we're starting to. Good to see you, DEA Exotics. Good to see you, my brother. But like I said, let me go. As I'm pestered by flies, I'm telling you, man, I'm either going to kill the chicken, because I got to clean the damn cage every 2 days. There's nothing I can do within 3 days, because it could be one fly. Now it's almost winter. In the wintertime, it'll be easier, because I'll take her out, man. And I'll bet, because anyway, you don't want to hear about the flies. You can see them, so I won't mention them again. But let me get to this, because, and it reminds me, it's like, wow, these people are, what we're facing is titanic. It's a monumental. I'll be right back. I actually, honest to God, now I can't hear myself and it feels weird. Can you all hear me? I'm sure you can, but I can't hear myself. But it's almost too horrible for me to convey. So I need a drink. Pardon me. All right, well, Nancy Pelosi, and I've yet to see what is basically going to be, I'm sure, the Republican response to it. Before I started the first stream I did today, I seen that they were coming on. I thought, well, it's been so long since I've been able to do, anything other than just like put up a song and leave, that I really wanted to talk to my faithful few, this band of brothers we have here. I see some great people here right now. Some people that I recognize, some old time deep thinkers. I'm not saying that to pander to you. And if you think I am, well, then you don't belong here and you know better. I'm saying that because you're some of the old hangers on, especially Tim Tarbox. Above all here, with all respect. This is an old, serious, deep thinker that would not go with the crowd. How do I know? Because when there was some drastic controversy, I won't mention right now, but he knows what I'm talking about. And like vast majority of people went with this person that seemed to be something. I saw what they were the minute. I mean, I saw what they were the minute I spoke to them and seen the way they presented themselves. But anyway, in the end, it was like, I mean, in Tarbox, I don't know if he still watches this person. I hope you do, Tarbox. I'm actually subscribed to him myself and go on and troll him once in a while, like every 4 or 5 months, right when they think I'll never come back. But I don't ever thumbs down any videos. I don't, nothing like that. I never flag or report or nothing like that. It's just simply, swing by and be like, "Hi, I'm here. Remember me, motherfuckers? Go fuck yourselves. I can't believe you people still hang about here." Because it's different. It's different. And I doubt I would ever see you over there, Tim Tarbox, because it's different than it used to be. It used to be the morning, thing. And I watched it. I barely ever, and I'll just say it, the morning Kumite, I barely ever miss an episode, man. It was exciting. It was something. And it was like Jerry Springer. And for that role, the dude played a great role. Tonga Saw played a good role. But as far as the whole, I'll fight you, I'm a tough guy. I mean, dang on, look at that fist. Look at it next to a beer bottle. Can you see? I mean, I'm not the biggest guy on earth. I'm not. I've seen some lots of bigger guys, but I just want you to get it's all about perspective, because you could see me on camera here. Maybe I look like a little guy. I don't know. But I'm 6'1" and I weigh 230 pounds. And I'm never ran from anything. It's got me in trouble in my life. Anyway, that being said, he made his own decision, and it elevated you, Tim Tarbox, in my mind in a certain way. It was like, wow, this is a dude, and it's, hey, I do appreciate you being here, and it is cool that you're one of the faithful few old timers, but it wasn't about that. It was just that I could see that, because there were so many other people that would have had a better time here with us, Tim Tarbox, right from the Kumite, that could be here today, but they chose to do something else because they didn't want to even bother to stop and think for themselves. They wanted to look at a picture of my big cock and try to laugh and say it was small. I mean, it's on there. I know what was happening. A lot of these guys were looking at my dick, and it was, and they were like, wow, my dick is little and this guy's got a big cock. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say it's little, But I mean, I have a measuring tape, so you can't convey. I don't know what to say. Anyway, I said we can talk about it. So let me get on to some real shit. It does do my heart good to think about the old days. I don't troll like that anymore. I felt guilty in some ways because I mean, it was like there was some people that were involved in it that didn't understand it, and because they were my friend, they didn't really want to be involved in it, but they were. And so now, because I have even now a quasi public persona, I try to remember that, and I don't want to ever put Tim Tarbox or any of my other friends in that position again, where they would have to be like, well, Ogre got crazy and fucking mooned everybody, or Ogre got crazy and pushed a banana up his ass in front of everybody, whatever I did that particular night. And it was like, wow, it did have to, have them deal with it. Because for me, I mean, I'm the laughing ogre. And I never could understand that in the very beginning when Cabbage Patch Bastard, God rest him, was still alive. And our major troll that we did that started the whole thing against Lizzie Reptile, whom I believe is no one's friend anymore. I just saw bad. Look, it's starting to sound like a morning Kumite. And I can't go on. If I could have somebody come on with me that remembered the old times, it'd be different. But for me to just ramble on about this, but that was an epic troll, man. Seen the Batman over there. Well, I didn't see him because I blocked his dumb ass. But I see that people were mentioning him there. He's the one that gave us the back door every last time. I'll go ahead and narc him flat out now because who cares? It's been like 2.5 years ago. Every time. Well, he denied it. He hung out with them, as far as I know, to this day. And now he's like hanging out with some people I know. But that's okay because I don't even think MCJK likes me, which I don't care. I don't like him either, to be honest. I always try to be affable on air, but if I'm going to be bold-faced like I'm going to be today, I don't like MCJK either. Comes in here, talks about hippies. She's always giving backhanded compliments. I introduced him to his best internet friend. I don't think he ever really mentioned that. I was the one they contacted when Cabbage Patch died, not him or anyone else. I was. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. They don't call me Preacher Man for nothing. Anyway, what do we got? We got some comments here. I don't have my fucking reading glasses on. Hey, what's up, Memes of Destruction? Man, I wish I could invite people on. How do I invite people on now, Memes? I wish I could invite people on. I give you like the key if you got a Discord or a OBS. I don't fucking know, man. I miss the old days. I mean, yeah, I like to ramble. It's fun. But I miss the old days when I could have somebody else on, especially when they were somebody smart and we could like bang off each other and talk. It does make me think of Cabbage. I've got about 10 gallons of Bastard Memorial Kraut going in there from the Cabbage Patch Bastard Memorial Cabbage Patch. It's going real well. It's be some really good kraut. And I'm not joking either. Memes of Destruction, Tim Tarbox, MCJK, anybody that would watch this from the old days. That includes you, Batman, you fucking asshole. Even if you're in England, because you were part of that. You bitched out at the end, but you were part of that troll, and it was beautiful while we were there with Huckleberry. Remember old Huckleberry and Buckshot? Oh, man. And these guys flaked out, too. They try to be all real about dumb shit. But anyway, I'll send you a half, a pint of, not a half a pint, a pint. I was going to say a half a quart, but a pint will suffice. It's the same fucking thing. 6, 1, half a dozen. I'll send you a pint of Bastard, but I don't even want your address. Don't send me no fucking addresses to your house. P.O. box. If you got a P.O. box, send me that. I'll send you a pint of Bastard Memorial sauerkraut, bastard kraut. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I know I will. Think about him every time I now have a Polish sausage or fried sour. I eat a lot of sauerkraut in the winter. It's very good for you, full of vitamin C. It's really good for you. It's good for you in the winter, especially. It's even got vitamin D in it. And it's hard to get vitamin D in the winter. I don't drink milk. So anyway, if you want that, though, just leave a message on a video. I see every message that's ever left. I always see them. You see, I liked every message that's ever been put on any of my videos, even if it's bad. And I'll send you one of those. If you don't want to do that, my email is JTEE June. I don't know how to do that. T, what's T? JTEE 710 at gmail.com. JT710 at gmail.com. And my address is P.O. Box 71, Edenville, Edenville, Michigan, 48628. Any correspondence is welcome. If you want to send me something nasty, it's okay. I'll never respond to you. But anybody that would ever send me a letter or anything at all will always get a response from me. Not by me saying something here, but if you include and if you gave me your address that way, I don't care. I just don't want anybody giving me their address online, because that could look like I would give it out. If you give it to me through the mail, I'm not giving it out, and I would know that it would all be good. And if you did to anybody, so to make a long story short, anybody that would send me something to P.O. Box 71, Edenville, Michigan, 48628, address it to the Ogre, well, they'll get something back from me. And no, it won't be a letter. You get something cool. I've got cool shit all around, and I'd send you some little piece of memorabilia that you could have from the Ogre. So anyway, what was I going to say? I don't know, man. Just broadcast Hangouts through SB. Well, I'm doing that now, but I'm broadcasting it through, it's doing it for me, and it's broadcasting it through XSplit. I mean, I could give you the key to this stream, and I think you could join. I really don't know, man. Next time I'm actually going to like set it up to where I'm looking through XSplit. Boy, it takes a whole lot. Oh, yeah, so I can give you the key. Let me look. I know there's a way I can find out right now. I'll give it the key. If I give you the key and you can get on, that's all it takes. Let me see here. Daggone it. And now I'm rambling, and I got there's like 5 people here. Memes. And for me, that's like a church full. I don't want to just be like, so let me try to do this as quickly as I possibly can. I usually use Discord. Oh, I didn't know you could use Discord through this. That's great. I mean, I have a Discord. Should just go like this and manage stream. No, oh man, I should have looked up the thing before. I'm telling you, these flies drive me fucking nuts. All right, memes. Look, I want you to be on, but how to do it, I don't really know right now. I'm looking here. Let me see if it tells me the key. Edit title and description. View on YouTube. Get a shareable link. Link is copied to clipboard. So I think I just do this. Does that mean you could just, I think if you can come on and see if you can, because I don't even know how this works. No, it's above. It's a biggie. It's a biggie, memes. It's above. I mean, I had my wits in though, because I wasn't going to keep like blah, 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 while I was fiddling around with one hand on the computer. I'm not that fast with 2 hands. With one hand, oh my goodness, it's like watching butter churn. That's a wormhole back. Oh, it's a wormhole back here. Huh. Oh, I get it. I see. So it was a shareable link just to this. So I do need the key. Huh. Oh, so let me go back here. Go live. It's actually in like the studio thing. I know it is. There's got to be something where. Oh, okay, hang on. I know what to do. I think I know what to do. Yeah, go to Video Manager. Should be this Video Manager. Oh, oh, video chemistry. Okay, so let's do Classic. No, I guess that's the only way to do it, man. I don't really care. It's like it still lets you go Studio Classics. I wonder if I could still go through Hangouts. If it's still letting go through, because they said they were going to quit doing it, so I just assumed they were. And when they said it was like they were going to do it a certain date, I was already doing it this way. And man, that old way, I got to admit, for me, that was way better. I mean, it was so easy for me. Stream now. Okay. Reveal. All right. Now I'm just giving the stream key, dude, right here. So fuck it. I don't really care, I guess. What do I care? Try that, memes. See what that does. That shouldn't be a wormhole. That should be the key to get in here. I don't have any control over like who will be visible, or I don't know if I'll just be able to hear your voice, or because I don't have Discord even open right now. It's so much for my computer to run Discord and to do this and my internet connection. I got the fastest that they have out here, but it's not that fast, man. It's not that fast at all. It would actually do my heart good to have memes on, because I'm going to say a lot of things about the left side. And after the show, check out stream. Oh, stream. Okay. And I might need to talk to you, memes, or DEA exotics. Somebody. I'm sorry. I thought I was still looking at memes. I don't have my reading glasses on. Your link of Hangouts window. Oh, that's it. This is the one. Well, but see, I'm not in a Hangout. I'm not. Then this is that. So both are out there now. The top one, the first one above DEA exotics saying after the show, check out that is StreamYard is the one, the key, and then the one below it is the actual right above is the address here. So anyway, now I'm going to focus here. I'm going to take a big bong swat because like I said, man, it's not going to be easy for me to say these things. A lot of the things that people told me in the past that they figured was going to happen is happening. And I was like, nah, man, you're a naze, you're doomsayer. And this is the United States of America. You know, it's always going to be a certain way. But then in the 90s, they made it so if you were a felon, you couldn't buy a firearm. Does anybody know that in the 80s, if you were a felon, up until the 80s, if you were a felon and out of jail, you could go buy a firearm and have it? There was not a rash of felons doing horrible things with firearms after they got out. No more. I mean, they couldn't own one if you were on probation, but like once you got off probation, stuff like that, or on parole. But if you weren't on parole, weren't on probation, you're good. And they changed that for no reason. Crime was bad. And they were like, oh, we'll punish people that were already punished. We will take away a constitutional right. And when I hear Nancy Pelosi and these people talk about the Constitution and how they're trampling the Constitution, Donald Trump's trampling the Constitution, well, give me a fucking break. Are you going to give the right to bear arms back to every man, woman, and child that is in the United States of America, not incarcerated, on parole or probation? And that whole system needs to be addressed also. I mean, parole is ridiculous. You get parole because you get some sentence for stealing a pack of chewing gum and it's 15 to 30 years, right? So if they let you out after 8 years, they still 30 years, you could be on parole the rest of your life. And that's crazy. There should definitely be a limit. I'd say 6 months. If you're out of prison 6 months later, I don't care what you were in there for. If they're not ready to go out, then don't let them out. It's like, well, they were in there for murder. Yeah, okay. But you're letting them out now. They paid their penance. It's time to carry on with life. And yeah, I know everybody probably think, well, you thought you were a Republican over. No, are you kidding me? Fucking left-right paradigm? Are you kidding me? I am not a fucking Republican. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. It doesn't matter to me. Right, left. They both trampling you. It's a right boot. It's a left boot on your face, stamping your face forever. There's nothing good coming out of the right. There's nothing good coming out of the left. Right now, there's more crazies on the left. It's not always been that way. Maybe it's always been that way. It doesn't matter. There's crazies on the right. I mean, I mentioned him before. Look at MCJK. I'm listening to him today, and I understand where he's coming from, but when he looks at life through the eyes of a soldier, well, then you get somebody that's like kill, boom, boom, boom. Nah, I'll agree with one thing he said today. I was like, nah, fuck, we're done over there. Bye. And anybody that heard of high impact flicks, high impact vlogs, Brian over there, he just put out this video showing that what CNN was putting out saying was happening in Syria was from Kentucky. This arms night that they have at the shooting range where they fire off military grade weapons out of howitzers and whatnot, and the public can come in, and he put them, boom, juxtaposed them, and then superimpose. It's the same video. They just cut out the people that you could see with their cell phones videotaping it, because there wouldn't be anybody in a war zone doing that, right? At least not like a group of 50 that you could see. You're being lied to. CNN, these are the people that told you they were in Baghdad being bombed with that one dude, and they were put on the gas mask. They weren't even they were on a rooftop in Atlanta. We should have known that. I knew then. I mean, and I've never forgotten. Everything I see on CNN, I know is bullshit. Everything. Didn't you see Project Veritas, what he just showed? CNN is a propaganda arm of the DNC, which is a political arm of the Communist Party. A friend of mine tells me he's a socialist. And when I say, man, this guy, I'm joking later with somebody else at the bars, and this dude calls himself a socialist, blah, blah, blah. He's like, don't label me. I said, you said you were a socialist, my friend. Not me. I would never call myself a socialist. Why would I want to align myself with something that has laid waste to over 100 million people in the last 100 years? Chairman Mao, Pol Pot, you got to be kidding me. Che Guevara, who liked to butt fuck people against their will, man and woman, either one, and enjoys shooting the negros while he smoked cigars and drank tequila because they were lazy. Look it up. And Mike Tyson's got a tattoo of Che Guevara on him. Che Guevara would have shot him after he butt fucked him. He'd have loved to butt fuck Mike. He's a big tough guy. He'd have put a gun to his head and he would have butt fucked Mike. When it was done, he would have abused him a little bit, made him work real hard, and shot him when he didn't expect it. They did it to hundreds and hundreds of people. The Castro wasn't a butt fucker, but he was a executioner, a murderer, a horrible, horrible villain. Venerated. I'll never forget when he died. They venerated him. My godmother, my godfather, Cuban. Black is the ace of spades, both of them. The Smiths. Martha and good luck. Their last name's Smith. Good luck. You probably look up their names. Fred and Martha Smith. They moved here. Fred was wealthy at one time. They had a plantation. In fact, Mrs. Smith retired to their plantation in Jamaica. But once Fidel, all his money came from Cuba. Once Fidel took power, he had to run. He left his business there, left his fortune there. Couldn't take it. Yeah, it's great, right? Ask Nachi Free about it. How great it is. How great Fidel was. How great these people are right now that are trying to worm their way into this society. As much as I love you, memes of destruction, you have to wake up. You can't be a lefty, my friend. And the reason why you can't be a lefty is because you're not stupid. Sometimes I honestly believe you're simply playing the devil's advocate. And I'll say this much. There was something called a blue dog Democrat. There was something called a Yankee Democrat. And those two were very similar. It's hard for me to call you lefty. I take it all back. I'm sorry. I need to think about what I'm saying right now. I am sorry because you're not a lefty as much as you want to be, memes. You're a Yankee Democrat. Very similar to the old Blue Dogs. Doesn't mean you're racist. Doesn't mean the Blue Dogs were, because everybody thinks, right? Blue Dog Democrat, you mean racism, Jim Crow, blah, 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 blah. Well, okay, they were involved with that, but just remember it was the Democrats that were involved with that. But they were involved with that. But they were also very into freedom, very into the Second Amendment. Same with the Yankees. I mean, look at New Hampshire, look at Vermont, look at Maine. You go up in Maine and try to take one of them Yankees firearms, see what happens. Ain't going to happen. New Hampshire, I think they have the loosest firearm laws in the state, in the country. I think it's Florida. I don't think rivals it, or Texas. It's so funny, that these states where Bernie's from, it's, very loose gun laws. He took all the trash, talk about a F minus or whatever, F rating from the NRA. Yeah, well, he hadn't done nothing in his state because he knows if he did, they'd fire him instantly. It shows. Hey, common sense guy, good to see you, brother. It shows that, these people, they talk a good game, but in the end, nothing happens. Nothing actually happens. Man. I'm coming to my appeal now. I'm glad I got to come back. But I am coming to my appeal now. coming to the point where I bring this to an end because I got something specific I want to ask you. We have at least one Brit here, common sense guy. If you're British, demand the Brexit now, as loud as you possibly can. If you're American, vote for Donald Trump and support him as loudly as you possibly can. Why do I say that? Because the media, Reuters, BBC, ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN, they're all in the bag for socialism, folks. They're all in the bag for identitarian politics. They're all in the bag for victim mentality. If we get on board with this, if we allow this Marxist generated way of controlling society known as conflict theory to enter in, we're doomed, folks. I'll say it again, like I said before, I'm not a doomsayer. I love life. What do I do when I come here? I get together with you beautiful people. We have some beers. We smoke some marijuana. Some of us don't even do that. Some of us just align our chakras, repeat the mantra, and enjoy the stream together as we do others. There's no hate here. The hate lies on the side of the identitarian politicians, the doomsayers, the ne'er-do-wells, the hit-or-missers, the antifas, the true Nazi boot, the jackboot, the hob-nailed boot coming down again and again. We can be free and live together as men do. We can not like some because of the way they look. Honest to God, we can. But still stop to help that man when he has a flat tire. It happens all the time. Never underestimate the human conscience. Never underestimate the power of Yehoshua, God Almighty in heaven. Never. Only a fool would do that. Every time we think that Yahweh is not looking down, karma, whatever you want to call it, but I call it by its right name. Why? It comes back and bites you in the ass every time. And these Camilla Harrises, these ones that have locked up hundreds of people and taken them away from their families, locked them in cages, to use their terms, and taking them away from their families for smoking marijuana, for trying to make a living selling whatever kind of drug that is contraband. To make contraband what is desired by the public is an exercise in futility and always will be. That was one of the only honest and interesting things I heard said last night on the Democratic debate was when Beto O'Rourke was like, no, we need to decriminalize opioids. In other words, heroin. He didn't say heroin because he's not completely stupid, but that's what that means. He said have safe injection sites. Morphine, heroin, these things should be legal. They were legal once. There was no rampant whatever. There is now because we've made it posh. We've made it we've put this mystique on it that doesn't belong there. If you don't believe me, no one talks about it anymore. It was Portugal. They haven't changed their laws, and look at it, declining rates of ODs. If we want President Trump, listen to reason. Don't do this, further this war on drugs. It wastes money, which means a war on your daughter, Tiffany. Doesn't she do drugs? I know you have 3 children that are straight-laced, but Mr. Trump, don't you have a daughter that maybe isn't as straight-laced? Sometimes, I'm not going to question you, Mr. President, but sometimes I wonder if you love her as you do the others. I hear your other children talk about the Trump guilt. If I have anything to say to you, Mr. President, it's you're too hard on people. You enjoyed it too much when you said you're fired. Tiffany's a wonderful girl. And I said 3 other children, but he's got 4. But I think Barron will grow up to be much like his 3 siblings from Ivana. hard-nosed business person, work 14 hours a day every day, party once a month, and that's it. They talk about the Trump guilt because Sunday, they know dad's at the office at 7 o'clock on Sunday, every day, 7 days a week. And so Sunday, they want to take the day off, but they get up and want, 6:45. They know dad's, they end up there. They're all at the office at 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. It was so funny when I heard this reporter, Juan Williams asked, Jesse Waters asked Juan Williams if he thought, because Juan was like, well, now that Hunter's done this, maybe it's time for Trump's children to do this. And Jesse was like, what? Are you saying that Trump's kids, his 3 children that are in business, Eric, Don Jr., and Ivanka, are you saying they're on the same level business-wise as Hunter Biden? Hunter, I was kicked out of the Navy for cocaine Biden. And Juan was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he couldn't even look at the camera. He was looking down at his notes and shuffling his notes. Because no, that's a lie. And Juan Williams, I love Juan Williams, but he's proof to me that there are no Democrats that can't lie. They have to lie. Because if they tell you the truth, they look really bad. And they got that Donna Brazile on Fox now, too. It's funny, man. Look, Fox needs to stay Fox. They're the only ones. I understand wanting diversity, fair and balanced and all that, and Donna Brazile's good. I've seen her on the 5, seen her there a lot. And she, for as much as I dislike the person, she does do a good job. And she brings her opinion, but she brings it in a nice, cordial way. And I've got to give it up. And I know in a way I want to take it back, but I can't, because if they keep going down this road, what's going to happen is there will be no more Fox News. It'll just be CNN 2 or whatever they want to call it. They'll play it in the airports where they don't play fucking MSNBC and CNN. Where I go to work out at the Old Folks Center, they got those up here in the country all over the place. Anybody can go there, but it's like an old folks daycare. Adults, they call it Adult Center, I think. I should know. I see the sign a lot, almost every morning. I go there, hit the treadmill and stuff, and they got a nice shower there. And ain't no CNN on there. It's always Fox. I don't have to change the channel. The people up here, we're steadfast for Trump. I've not met anyone up here, and in a way that's bad. But I go to Midland a lot, and there's some freaks down there. Now I'd say it's only probably 1/3 of the population, but they're there. 2/3 of the population, even the city of Midland, Michigan, are they're hunters, they're fishers. They live their life. They don't depend on other people. This is the problem with the left, these lefties. I think that's why there's a lot of Yankee Democrats. It's because it gets so cold during the winter, and all the grasshoppers that didn't prepare are fucking freezing to death. And then some of the ants are foolish enough to feel bad for the grasshoppers. Then they shame the other ants. Next thing you know, you got a few ants supporting all the fucking grasshoppers, and I'll be damned. You can be an ant, you can be a grasshopper. Ants enjoy themselves in the winter. They suckle off their own larder. They take advantage of all the hard work they did in the summertime. They live their life of ease. That's why Odin comes searching for the weak and worthless in December. Those that have let themselves go too much and won't be ready for the coming spring, they're sold and fat, they have heart attacks and die. And the 8-legged horse comes with mighty Odin to carry them off, and they will never sit in Valhalla and dine with the heroes. I don't want to be a grasshopper. I don't want to do that. I want to sail beyond the stars to Elysium when I die and take my rightful place next to the heroes of old. I want to talk to Marcus Aurelius. Oh, man, I would love to meet Julius Caesar. You don't think they're there? Fools! Ha! Brilliance like that dies and winks out? Are you crazy? Well, Ogre, you're talking about the metaphysical. Of course I am. When you're not calling me Ogre, you could call me Preacher Man if you'd like. Everyone else does. Well, and now as I get attacked by flies, I've got to wrap this up so I can go clean this freaking bird's cage and end this plague, this biblical Egyptian style, let my people go plague befalling me with these dag-nabbed flies. So memes of destruction. Everyone else here today, Digital Drive, love to have you here. Of course, Tim Tarbox, Common Sense Guy, DEA Exotics. Anyone else that I forgot? Sorry about that, but this song is for you all. Oh, hang on. What did I do? Sorry. Let me have another beer. Here we go. I'm getting ready. Don't rush me. Don't rush me, damn it. You'll like this tune. Everybody will like this tune. Sing along with me now, folks. You know this song. If you're not singing on the chorus, you suck. You suck. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you used to do, till the blue skies chase the dark clouds far away. Won't you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know how, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Come on, boys, do it for me now. We'll meet again. Everybody, don't know how, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies chase the dark clouds far away. Won't you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know how, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. And remember, man, until that sunny day gets here, be good to your friends, be good to your family members, be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, family member, loved one has done seems to be so huge, you'll never be able to forget about it. Because constant viewers, as Common Sense Guy surely knows, at a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your life, the everything you know and love will depart from you.